Welcome back to Offroad Touring. In this one here, we are in Lithgow, so we're super excited for this one.
If you haven't already seen our last video, we were doing the East Coast from Brizzy to Sydney, and that was absolutely amazing. And now we've punched west and we're gonna make our way back up north.
Yeah, hope you guys enjoy this episode. Where we are currently is the original Zig Zag junction from Eunice, I believe it's pronounced, to Clarence Station. So this is a railway where it's like cut out through the mountain, you can go through. There is a sort of four-wheel drive track that goes around. What an epic sort of spot this is. Anyways, we're gonna drive through, so hopefully this is a nice drive. The Lithgow Zigzag is a heritage-listed former Zig Zag Railway line built near Lithgow on the Great Western Line of New South Wales. The Zig Zag line was built between 1866 to 1869 and operated from 1869 to 1910. The line was constructed to overcome a climb that was too great, which then descends on the western side of Blue Mountains. This section of it is just the Eunice to Clarence Junction. However, there is much more of the railway line that we haven't seen, so let us know if there's other sections you can get to and explore. Pretty cool little drive through. It's not super long, but like maybe 200, 300 meters or so, maybe more. It's so epic how it's all just cut out, runs straight through, and then there's the exit, and that's the junction actually right there as well. So that splits off. Anyways, that's it for here. We're gonna go on to the next one. We're just driving to something called Trig Point. Looks like just a sort of lookout sort of section, and from where we were at that junction we can cross over through some dirt track, which is alright, just a little bit slippery but otherwise easy. Very bumpy road at the moment, but yeah, hopefully this lookout point is good. Well, we're here now at Trig Point, so there wasn't much full driving, just a small little section just before it. It is got bypass tracks and that sort of stuff, so you could get up here in a low clearance sort of two-wheel drive vehicle. Anyways, this is it. It's just a little turning circle with a nice view, a nice breeze on this hot day, and this sort of Trig Point. I don't actually know what this was used for or anything like that. I might look it up after as well, but yeah, you can climb it and whatnot. So just from Trig Point, there's a pathway that just comes down onto this sort of rock, sort of ledge down here with a nice view you can just chill out on. It's quite a nice view. You can see quite a far through all this sort of forestry and whatnot.
So we've left the Trig Point now and we're on our way to the Glowworm Tunnel. Hopefully it's not too far out from where we are. After that we might hit some full driving tracks and see the Lost City, that sort of thing.
Well, this is cool. We've just sort of driving along this Glowworm road and you sort of come up to this sort of cut through tunnel. I don't know how long it is, but we've never been out here before, so this is pretty bloody cool. Can't really see anything yet. This is so cool that you can just drive through this. Wow, we had no idea this was out here. How bloody epic is that? And there you go. We're here now at the Glowworm Tunnel sort of car park, and it is packed with cars. Cars go way back up there. So there's probably going to be a lot of people around here, unfortunately. The walk is about a 2-kilometre walk. It says about 1 hour to the tunnel from the car park. It's quite a nice walk. You walk through a few cutouts and that sort of stuff. Wow. It's quite beautiful in person. It's quite interesting. Little cutout with the stairways made through. This is the entry to the Glowworm Tunnel from this end. There is a lot of people in there by the sounds. The GoPro probably won't pick up a lot of what's in here, so we'll just see what we can see. There's been a pathway made through, which is cool. Almost pitch black in here except for the entry, which is just back there. But when you've got no lights on and no noise, you can just see all like the little glow specks. Can't see it on the GoPro unfortunately, but there's all little specks all up in there. It looks like stars in the night sky almost, but this is awesome in person. If you haven't been here, definitely check it out. If you have been here, let us know what you think of this place. But unfortunately for us, we like it except for the amount of people. That's about it. And this here is the other end of the tunnel. I believe it's about just under 400 meters long, this one here, which is spectacular. Some parts in it just have filled amounts of glowworms, but yeah, otherwise it's nice when there's not many people in a section near you. But how cool. That's the end of the Glowworm Tunnel, and at the start of the track there's actually this information board with a lot to read up on. It's actually cool to read up on. Yeah, some other information there and whatnot. It talks about the railway and also talks about Newness. I think that's how it's pronounced, the industrial site that operated. But anyways, that's the end of here. We're going to head back into the sort of full driving section of this Lithgow area and maybe head out to Lost City. We're now just running along this telegraph line. It's sort of like the main telegraph line along the Glowworm sort of tunnel road. And this is sort of the section near the sort of campsite where everyone pulls up and that sort of stuff out here. So yeah, there's a lot of tracks and that sort of stuff here, but we're just trying to get out to Lost City west side on the maps it is. Well, that little climb was a bit of fun. So just come up here and then went up this side. This side here, couldn't get anywhere at the bottom. just because of no lockers. Like on either side there was one tyre spinning, front and rear, so yeah, definitely need lockers, but otherwise this side was alright. I was a little bit worried about that bank, but I knew I could still keep off of it anyway, and did just that. So yeah, bit of fun. Anyways, we're gonna keep moving on. We continue to punch out to Lost City West, and the road out so far has been fairly easy going, or at least has bypasses around most of it, so we are yet to see for the rest of the way out. And there we have it. We're now at, on the maps it says Lost City West. So I don't know if this is the sort of better side people say, or like Lithgow side. I don't know if that's it. If you do know, let us know if this is it or not. Last time we were here was in May about 2021, so a couple of years ago. And I believe we were over that side, up on that ridge. From here, this does look a lot better of the view. Like you can see all those formations out over there, which look pretty bloody epic. And then you can see like a cliff sort of face down over there as well. So quite interesting. Yeah, the drive in is actually, it's not too bad. There are some sections where you're gonna probably want a lift just to sort of clear a bit of that sections, and tyres would definitely always help. Otherwise, this last sort of section you can sort of park up the top, but just before it there is a bit of a sort of tougher drop off. But anyways, this is it, and it was worth the drive out here. It's quite beautiful. I'll fly the drone up and show you what it looks like. After making it out, we are met with such nice views of Lost City. There's a lot of interesting stone structures which make up the Lost City. If you haven't been out here before, it's definitely well worth the drive out. Now driving back up this sort of track from that lookout area. Grace thought she'd have a bit of a turn at four driving, so see how she goes, I guess. Where's my helmet? Take your foot off the brake, do accelerator, and then let the handbrake down. And then handbrake down. Alright, slow. Go your way a little bit. Yep, straight at that. Yep, keep going. See? Nice and easy. Straight, straight. Keep coming. Keep going, keep coming, keep coming, keep that way. Yep, straight. Keep coming. How'd that feel? I think that was your first wheel lift. That was. Scary.
I think I just shat.
That was your first little wheel lift. Not too bad. Alright, let's keep going. Just keep it steady, keep going. Keep going. And go that way. Very good. See little rock step ups? How's that? I think that's the hardest bit you've done so far.
It's a bit scary.
Well, Grace has done herself a bit of mischief. I think she's in a slight panic. Understandable, because look at this. God damn. Looks good. So, come at that. Yeah, straight. Straight. Yep. Go that way. Yep. Alright. Now just go. Just go. Slow for now. Keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Yep, you're good. Keep going.
I didn't even want to do that track, so it's like, go on.
You're alright.
Oh,
Was it fun?
No.
No?
I thought I was going to smash into the wall and break the car.
Yeah, it was close to the bank there, but you can tell like sort of when the tyres are going to settle back down or not. So yeah, anyways, a bit of fun. We'll keep going up on this track.
I need a booster seat because I literally can't see over the bonnet.
And especially when it's pointing to the sky.
Yeah, I know, I'm too short. I need a booster seat or something.
Regarding the wheel lift, off camera I assessed the whole situation and ran Grace through what will happen and what she needs to do, and all that made for a seamless drive with the big wheel lift close to the bank.
So these are the play hills that we won't be trying.
Massive.
Yeah, there are massive rock steps and ruts and stuff like that, and you can see so many people have like smacked their diffs and stuff and tires spinning, and we won't be doing that today because we need our car to get home. But maybe next time with lockers and some sliders to protect the car a bit more. For now, we're just going to go down this side track, which is a bit more of a chicken track, but still a little bit of fun. So it's about 5:30. We've just pulled up to camp and we're going to set up now.
We just love being able to take out our setup anywhere the patrol can go, and it's even better that most things are quick setup and pack down. The George 4x4 hard shell tent and the Bushwhacker awning especially make the world of difference. So quick and easy to set up, and we absolutely love it, except for that awning pole for the rooftop tent. I need to fix that because the awning down here actually gets in the way, so I can't put out the pole properly like the other ones, but I'll fix that soon enough. We're all showered now, feeling absolutely nice and fresh after a big day, a bit of wheeling and all that sort of stuff. Absolutely epic fun. And now we just got some dinner on the cooking, which is just some pasta with some carbonara. Just going to use up some onion that's left over and whatnot. And at the moment we just got hot teas and having some fudge as a little snack as well. So absolutely love having a tea with cold sort of afternoons and whatnot. It's so nice. But anyways, this will probably be us for the night. We're gonna sort of get an early bed and probably wake up nice and early in the morning, and then sort of got a lot more wheeling and that sort of stuff planned for tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. Fingers crossed we can access it all and whatnot. But yeah, anyways, we'll see you guys in the morning. It's almost, I think, about 7 o'clock now, and the car is heating up. We are all packed up. We did pack up the awning and everything last night, so we just throw it in the car. Head into maybe up to Ben Bullen way, not too sure if we need to supply up on groceries and that sort of stuff, because we've already been a week on the road. Anyways, we'll get out of this sort of area and go from there. Back on the main sort of road to head into Lithgow. So the plan was to head into Lithgow today anyway, and then sort of punch around to Ben Bullen, but yeah, this road is very foggy out here. I can't really see more than like 10-15 meters in front, but that's all right. It's a bit sort of eerie. So this here is just off the main road near sort of Lithgow end, and this is Dobbs Drift Lookout on the maps, but unfortunately there's no lookout from all the fog, so yeah, we'll keep going on. We've just come off the main road, still heading into Lithgow, and there's all these like old couple of buildings here, a lot of graffiti on them, but otherwise I'm not too sure what they were. There are some structures back there as well. I'm assuming this is part of the State Mine Gully, I think it's called. That's here, but I don't know. If you know what this is, let us know. But yeah, interesting to see. This road continues into Lithgow there, and most of you probably already know about this, but there's all this sort of old sort of train stuff that operated here. Well, I don't actually know too much about it myself, but it's cool to sort of see as you drive past all the old trains and all the machinery and that sort of stuff, especially this train that sits here. This is quite cool to look at. See the big engine in there and whatnot. And then on the other side of this sort of area, there are sort of old structures. It's a bit hard to see, but there's old sort of structures and that sort of stuff. I don't think you can go up and look in much of this stuff, unfortunately, but I don't know. If you can, let us know as well. We're now out of Lithgow, so we did stop in, did groceries, all that sort of stuff, and we're now at this hand cave sort of section. So this is near sort of Ben Bullen area, and we haven't come up here before. We're at the entry sort of point where you can walk up, but we haven't driven up this side. This was all closed last time, and yeah, this is quite interesting. And here we are. So this is the Wolgan Valley View, is what it's called on the map. So you can actually drive all the way down here. It's not too difficult of a track, and you can come and sort of get real close to this edge, which is pretty damn spectacular with an epic view out there. So I'll get the drone out and show you what it looks like. But yeah, what an awesome little spot this is. This is like very tucked away and whatnot. So how awesome. Let's show you close to the edge. Check this out. It's insane. Probably wouldn't want to park up here with a Toyota handbrake though, but anyways. So that little track we did to that lookout point was quite a little fun track. It's actually not too far from the main sort of road or hand cave sort of section. And this intersection here, so that there will continue along, it's called Blackfellow Hand Trail, I believe it's called, and that heads back to Lost City, or like Lost City West and that campground and all that sort of stuff in there. Yeah. But we're going to head back to the hand cave sort of section and then head up to hopefully Ben Bullen sort of area over this way instead. We're now at the hand cave sort of car park. There is another spot down there with an information board you can read up on, but this area has a walk that goes up to it, so we'll go check that out. So after a short walk, a few steps and that sort of stuff, you come up to this interesting section. Again, after another short walk of where we just were, you come into this whole interesting sort of section, and you can see, if you look closely, all these handprints here, and they sort of run along. There's a lot more artwork and stuff here, so it's quite interesting to see. There is a lot to explore around here. We were here back in 2021 around May, and we were exploring this area and everything like that, and it's quite interesting. All looks pretty the same since then, but yeah, if you come down here, there is a bit to explore. But this will be us. We're going to head back to the car now and continue on. We're now at the sort of start of the Ben Bullen trail, so there is a bit of a climb that goes straight up, so we're just letting our tyres down. Just going around just under 25 psi, I should try that. But we did come down this track last time when we were pretty much, I think they were like stock tyres and no lift we had back then. We didn't have much gear, and we came down it. It came down all right, but didn't go up it because we came around from the other side. So gonna try and go up it and see how we go. Just take it easy. So super excited though to try it, and hopefully we can get up. We're parked all the way down at the bottom there, and then this here up until here is all sort of just dirt road sort of climb, and this is sort of the somewhat tricky section, so you just got a bit of a sort of drop in there and then up, but I reckon we should get up it sort of okay. I'll have a look at it and sort of plan out where I'll go, and yeah, we'll get up, so fingers crossed we make it first go. Did Grace say she want to drive?
No.
After you get to that point up there, from memory it's pretty easy as well, but I'll go double check that. That walked up that. I did not expect that to go up so easily, but yeah, it did. So
reason 136 to get a patrol.
Get a patrol, yeah. So if you haven't got a patrol, be sure to add that to your bucket list. Anyways, the rest of this is pretty easy track, and we can just keep cruising along here. I think this is the hardest section of it. You can sort of, I think there is a bypass track you can go around. But anyways, we're gonna keep going on. We're just along this dirt track, so as I mentioned, once you're up that first point, it's all sort of just pretty easy, bumpy road from there on, but we're just going to pull up. It is just after 11 o'clock, so we're coming into lunchtime in the next hour to 2 hours, so just going to put some pies in the travel buddy and get those cooking while we drive. Super, super easy, and yeah, it's so good just having the food cook while you drive.
Hey.
as you keep coming along that main sort of track, there are side turn-off points, and this is one of them that you can come down. It's pretty easily accessible. You can see people have had fires and everything everywhere, but yeah, you can get nice and close to the edge. It's just absolutely insane. It just drops off like crazy, but the views are absolutely spectacular. How cool is that? Last time we were out here back in like 2021 or so, these rocks weren't here at all, and you could drive down like to the edge, sort of where we were just before, like another sort of ledge that you could drive down to. This one here was a lot more open with a lot less trees and whatnot. Definitely a cool little spot here.
Fortunately, they've blocked it off. We can't get any cool pics.
Yeah, from here, this was actually closed off. We couldn't get past here, so we're gonna go out here. There's another point, so we'll check that out and then sort of go from there.
So at the moment we are at Cameron's Point Lookout.
My point.
But it is once again super stunning. There's a cool rock formation behind Cameron right now, and then there's cool sort of rock formations down there as well, and it's just another stunning view. The clouds honestly make it look that much more beautiful, to be honest, but we're probably not going to fly the drone up for this one just because it's much of the same sort of stuff again and again.
The track out to Cameron's Point is not too difficult, it's just very bumpy and slow going is all. So yeah, it is fairly easily accessible. It is a long drive out for it, but otherwise it's quite a nice spot. From here, Ben Bullen Trail sort of continues inland in a bit. I don't know if it's anything amazing, I've never done it, and we're not doing it today as well. Today we're gonna head back into Lithgow and then continue over. So we're going to punch back down the same track we came up. So we're back at that climb that we came up. So before we hit down there, we are just having lunch. The pire's kind of got a little bit munted. This one here was actually upside down from the ball driving. So yeah, it was a bit rough of a track. It's slow and rough, and there's currently people trying to come up there, you can hear. But anyways, we're going to have lunch and then we'll tackle this track and head down.
So that brings us to the end of our sort of Lithgow adventure.
Yeah, what an epic one it's been. Some awesome sights that we've seen, some cool things, and definitely some fun tracks in between as well. Grace did her first wheel lifts as well, and one of the biggest, which is pretty interesting. But anyways, that's going to wrap up this one. We are now going to make way to the Wadigans, and that's going to be the next one. So we'll see you guys in the next Offroad Touring adventure.